a chain. You know I got vices. South side with my queen, whip clean, spread my wings. But they ain't gon' like it. When Tide signed with the Vikings, the price on the bundle was spiking. Covered and strapped, I'm guided. That's not a weapon formed. A metal face meets corrupt. Tell me how does God mourn? Still can't tell it.
Now what? Now what? Now what? Now what? Now what? It's always something, man. Now what? Let this kid cook. Let this dude develop, man. This is what I've been saying for a long time with the Detroit Lions fans. We have to learn how to develop, guys. Stop running from the challenge of developing a quarterback. Hendon Hooker played well in his first game. Only thing that he didn't do that he should have did, he threw a couple bad balls, and one of the balls could have been caught by Donovan Peoples-Jones, but he didn't catch it. He needs to learn how to slide. That's it. Learn how to slide and learn how to get out of bounds as well, so that you do not get hurt, you do not get a concussion, you do not, you don't want to get hurt, period. But now what? All the people that be talking about, and I'm talking, this is just straight out to Lions fans that is talking about replacing Hendon Hooker with somebody else. Let this dude cook. Hendon Hooker deserves a fair opportunity to develop. We are so impatient as Lion fans, man. We got to stop being impatient, man. Trust the process. I know that we went out and got Jake Fromm. He is really no better than Sudfeld. He's no better. They brought him in on a cheap deal or whatever the Lions signed him for. But Hendon Hooker is going to be okay, guys. It's going to be all right. 12 out of 15. We knew that coming out of college that Hendon Hooker was one of the most accurate quarterbacks coming into the NFL. We knew what type of season this kid was having before he got hurt at Tennessee. He was on his way to winning the Heisman. Let Hendon Hooker cook. Hooker is proving to everybody that he belongs. So he going to shut the naysayers up. People that don't think that he's ready, that he can't play. All the beat writers that have been saying that Hendon Hooker was looking bad in practice and stuff like that. It's practice. You're supposed to mess up in practice. You're supposed to do all of these different things in practice, and sometimes, because it's practice, you're trying to get better. That's what practice is all about. But let Hendon Hooker cook. Let him do his thing out there, Lions fans. Stop being so impatient with the process. Hendon Hooker showed you yesterday that he belongs. He led the team all the way down the field. Now, we know that Hooker is not going to touch the field unless Jared Goff gets hurt. But, man, I love what he did yesterday. I love that Hendon Hooker marched the team all the way down the field and scored a touchdown. His ability to play make with his legs and his arm is something that Detroit Lions have always needed. A guy that is mobile. I know that he's not going to replace Jared Goff. I know that Jared Goff is the starter. But if Goff goes down, you got another guy that can come in and get the job done. Let this man develop. Stop saying that we need to go get Ryan Tannehill. We don't need Tannehill. Stop saying all these other quarterbacks that we need to go get, because we don't really need those guys. All we need to do is give Hendon Hooker room to grow. That's all we need. Allow this kid to have room to grow. That's all he need. That's all he need. Hooker has been taking a lot of heat from the Lions fans, thinking he's not good, thinking that he is not going to ever go out there and compete at a high level. He showed you yesterday in Kansas City that he got kahunas, man. That he got big kahunas, man, and that he can get it done. He showed you. You got to put some respect on this dude's name. 12 out of 15 for 100. They need to let Hendon Hooker play more. They're letting Sudfeld play more than Hooker. Let this dude get the reps. Come on, Lions. Let him get more reps. The more reps for him is the better, because he's not going to get another opportunity to get the reps because he's going to be behind Jared Goff or behind whoever. So he's not going to get it's all about Hendon Hooker getting reps from this point on. That's what it's about, because you want him to be ready. If Goff goes down, you want Hooker to be out there, to go out there with confidence, with his chest poking out, knowing that he can lead this team down the field, knowing that he can put points on the board, knowing that he's going to be accurate with the football. Is he going to be perfect? No, he's not. He's not going to be perfect at all. But we need to allow this kid to cook. We need to allow this kid to have room to grow. We need to allow this kid to develop. Let Hendon Hooker develop, Lions fans. Come on, guys. Let this dude develop. That's the only thing that Hooker needs to do. Get reps and develop. We know that he's not the starter. We know that Jared Goff is the guy in Detroit. Jared Goff just signed a huge deal with the Lions. So we know he's not going anywhere. We had to stop running from the challenge of allowing our guys to develop. We've let other guys develop, the corners and all that type of stuff. We gave these guys room to grow. There's other guys that's been on the team. Broderick Martin, we're allowing him to have room to grow. Give these players room to grow, man. That's all he needs is room to grow, room to make errors, room to make mistakes, because he's going to make them. He's not perfect. No quarterback in the National Football League is perfect. But I guarantee you, man, we're going to have a solid backup, man. If Goff goes down, gets hurt a finger, anything happens, we'll be able to rely on Hendon Hooker getting the job done. Yesterday was a confidence builder for Hendon Hooker. It built his confidence, knowing that he belongs in the National Football League. That's what it did. Going 12 out of 15, being accurate with the football, going out there and getting 100 in limited action, getting 150 yards, and also scoring a touchdown, just shows you that this kid knows what it takes to go out there and compete at a high level and be a good quarterback. Whether he's a starter or whether he is going to be behind Jared Goff, I got confidence in Hendon Hooker. And as a Lion fan, you need to have confidence and trust the process and allow this kid room to grow. And that's what it's all about. It's all about shutting up your critics. If you're a football player and you out there trying to do your best, all you trying to do is shut up the naysayers and the critics from speaking negative on your name. And I definitely think that Hendon Hooker has done that. You know, he just got to continue to be consistent, continue to get reps, continue to develop, and he is going to be the solid backup quarterback that the Detroit Lions can count on and that they need right now. They need a younger guy. They don't need to go out there and get no older guy. They need a younger guy that's going to be back there to develop. Hendon Hooker showed the Lions fans that he can play and what he is capable of doing if he's the starter. He showed you that if the keys is given to him and with the opportunity, he could go out there and flat out ball. That's what he displayed. I'm proud of Hendon Hooker, man. I was one of the first ones that said that the Detroit Lions should draft Hendon Hooker. Go back into my archives and you'll see the video I did on Hendon Hooker. They should draft him as a developmental quarterback. One of the first dudes that ever talked about Hendon Hooker being drafted a part of this Detroit Lions team. And I couldn't believe it. I was shocked when the Lions did select Hendon Hooker. Proud of the young fella for going out there and going to Kansas City and balling. And I'm proud of the kicker too as well, Bates, for knocking in that game winner. So definitely, man, look like we got two guys that's really going to develop on this team if the Lions just allow these guys room to grow. So if you're a fan, leave it in the comment section on what you think about what Hendon Hooker did yesterday. And do you think the sky's is the limit for Hendon Hooker in Detroit as being the backup to Jared Goff? All right, guys, I'll be back to you soon with another video. I'm out of here until next time. Peace.
another chain. You know I got vices. Southside with my queen, whip clean, spread my wings. But they ain't gon' like it. When Tide signed with the Vikings, the price on the bundle was spiking. Covered and strapped, I'm guided. That's not a weapon formed. A metal face meets corrupt. Tell me how does God mourn? Still can't tell the difference from a rose and a thorn. Cop the whole chicken, move the digits down that horn. It ain't